Can pride be a destiny killer? This is a very important discussion. We're going to really delve into it very detailed so that you can understand what pride can actually do. Why pride is an enemy on your future journey. Why pride is a slow and the toughest destiny killer that you can actually deal with in your life to the top. The truth is, so many people live in pride, but they do not know. They deceive themselves by the assumption that they are actually doing what is right. So I'm going to read a passage in the scripture that will unfold to us what pride actually is and how God detests pride, how God actually detests pride. I'm going to read a particular passage in the scripture. I think that's James chapter 4 verse 6, and it said, but he giveth more grace. I want you to underline that fact. He giveth more grace. And he went further. I say, wherefore he said, God resisted the proud, but gives grace unto the humble. Now, there's something I want you to underline here. From the beginning of that verse, he said, but he giveth more grace. More grace. The only way for you to succeed in our world today is by grace. A lot of people have made some concoctions in their mind that life is by chance, by luck. No. When God gives you grace, things work for you in a different dimension. It is not just about anything. It is not just about you encounter the luck or whatsoever, but these things operate in grace dimension. Everything that you could own or become is in grace dimension, and that is why the emphasis on humility is what we are trying to lay here on this particular podcast. The truth is very simple and clear. Pride kills. That is it. Pride kills. I think that was about 2022, early 2022, during my first time going for NYC in Nasarawa State. So I happened to pass a night in a friend's house, someone I considered a brother. And then at that night, I do not have a place where I can sleep in Abuja. I was still looking for accommodation where I can stay to do my NYC. I was to serve in Kefi, but I looked at the place and I was so the little things I could do to earn a living during my NYC, I cannot do it in living in Kefi. So I said, okay, I will be doing my NYC staying in Abuja, but I would make sure that I participate in my PPA and do my CDS. All it is going to cost me is money. So that was what I looked at, because I want to actually do what I'm doing so that I can earn money and then take care of myself and take care of my siblings, because I have a lot of responsibilities on my desk. So I decided to pass a night in my friend's house that night, and I could remember vividly that night something happened and I have not forgotten it. Immediately I go to his house. I told him I want to spend a night in his house, and after my clearance papers are signed, then because I'm still looking for a place where I can be patching up in Abuja and then be doing my NYC and also be doing my little job that I have just gotten. He called his girlfriend that night, I remember, and while they were on call, he said, Joseph is here. And it seems the girl had heard about me before because we are very close. And he said, wow, what is he doing here? He said he came to pass a night. All these my younger boys, when they come around, they want to stay around me. And Joseph is a humble boy, and he's a boy I want to train. And with the way he was discussing me with the girl, I began to feel uncomfortable. I did not wait for the day to break. I left that house. In fact, I was supposed to come back to spend another night in that place. But because of the way I have been treated, I decided, with just a conversation you're having with your girlfriend, you didn't do anything. You didn't show me any character. But the communication I overheard was killing me, because it made me feel like I am a nobody. Like I am someone who is helpless and looking for help. That's how I began to feel. Pride will make you assume a position that you do not have. Pride will make you think that you are so super when you are not. That is the reason why some people who have degrees are finding it difficult to earn a living today in Nigeria. Don't say there's no job anywhere. The truth is that because you feel you have a certificate, which I have said countless times, certificate is not a trophy. Certificate is not a trophy. It is just a tool. What will make you survive is not in the certificate. It is not. It is in your character. It is in your strategies. It is in your decision. If you do not take cognizance of these three factors, character, strategies, and decision, you will end up becoming nothing. Your entire certificate does not make you a winner. So being a PhD holder does not make you wealthy. Being a master degree holder does not make you wealthy. You know, these persons we've met while we are moving around as young people, looking for a way to earn a living at that moment, we encountered a lot of persons, and the way they talk, you would feel that these persons are already on the top echelons in the society. And any moment you live your life in such lies, you would continue to look for more lies to cover up a stage that you've not occupied. That is the way things work. If you are someone who lives in absolute pride, you feel you're so important. Everything that you do or people do to you or people do with you, you would always look down on them. So it's so much bad that there are some point I'm going to be laying out to you how actually pride kills your future. Most of these people have a lot of advantages to becoming great, but the reason why they close the door is because of pride. You know, you have someone who is maybe you are 10 years older than him, and he's working with you, or he's having a discussion with you, and you're looking down on him, you're making him feel very irrelevant, or you are even acting that he is not qualified to talk where you are talking. You know, that's what education do to people. It will make you feel that this person who is in year one is not qualified to talk where you're talking. The things that makes me laugh sometimes. You see, I have had someone that was in my ND final, and we were having a conversation there, and the girl said to someone closer to me, said, "I'm your senior. I'm in HND final. You are just in ND2. But can I shock you? The same young girl that the other girl was abusing, that she is in HND final, and the other one is in ND2. Yeah, at that point, is a successful entrepreneur in Lagos. In fact, her supermarket is so big. And I can tell you the story of how she started, because I am part of that story. I know things. She calls me and we talk a lot. And today she's doing very well in Lagos. Very, very well in Lagos. And she's married with one kid. Whereas the other person who was in HND final at the time, we were in ND2, that was looking down on the girl with me, that she is in ND2, is still looking for a job and is yet to get married. I'm not saying that it's because husband did not come for her or whatsoever, but you know, I tell you something here. There are three factors I mentioned. Remember, character, strategies, and decision. These are very, very important. You don't just become wealthy. You can't break the shackle of poverty without proper strategies laid down on your life. You have to make decisions. You have to have a good character. And the way you look on people will reflect in your lifestyle. If you are the type that look on people so low, every time you would try to appear so that they can actually look inferior when they are with you. But life doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. So there are so many cases I would lay out for you how pride can actually destroy one destiny. And number one, I would be very, very brief on this, and because I don't have much time to run around it. When I said pride is a dream killer, how? I said you may have a master degree, a PhD, or even years of experience in your field or your craft, but what will stop you from achieving that craft is pride. It can destroy you because it is an ignorance in will. You know, you are ignorance willingly. You are seeing that I am very, very naive. In fact, you are naive about life, but you know, these people are unteachable. They are very, in fact, there is nothing you can tell them that they say they practically know everything. You know, I have a very good friend of mine that anytime I want to say things to him, he will say, he will smile. What did you say now? I said, I've just been talking for the past 30 minutes. He will say, everything you've said, I know them. And then when you ask him to talk, he will start saying, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not that he knows exactly what to say, but anytime someone is talking, in your mind, you feel, I know what this person is talking. I understand these things better than this person. But when they give you a mic to talk, you'll be saying rubbish. So pride has made you feel that you can perform better than the person talking in the podium. That's how pride is so very, very destructive. When someone is speaking on the podium, you sitting down will feel that you are better than the person speaking on the podium, that you would have done better than that person. That's how pride will ruin your chances of getting an information there, of making a credible relationship there, of learning a better or a new strategies there, or even making a decision that could change your life in that meeting. You would end up after the meeting making no impact to yourself. Pride. The second thing I will be talking about before we close, the next time, maybe in part 2 of this, we can go to other part of what pride can actually do to someone. I said pride destroys relationship. Remember what I said earlier, that pride will make you unteachable. Pride will make people scared of you. I have this friend of mine that, in fact, at the point I was this my very good friend, he told me, when last did you speak to this guy? I said, I don't even get a number again. The reason I deleted that number is because every moment you want to talk to them, they feel that you are so inferior to talk to them. So relationships cannot be maintained. Relationships cannot be. In fact, proud people always want a relationship that they can benefit only. They are parasitical because they feel they have more to offer. They feel they have more to offer and you have less to give, and that is why they want to milk you. And that when you check these things, make a practical analysis on it, you would see that these people don't give you anything. In fact, if you follow them from one year to another year, you will gain nothing, but they will gain so much from you, and yet you will still be on the one. You still be the one subject on the cruelty of your own illusion. You don't even know. You don't know. You began to think, what am I doing? And this person is making me feel like he's not getting anything. And it is practical. He is making you feel he's not getting anything from you. And there's nothing you can do about it. And when you present yourself to them that, I think it will make you feel that truly there is nothing you are offering them. But when you checked it very clearly, you see that they've gained 100% from you than you have ever even gained. That's how pride. So people tend to leave you, and then you stay stagnant. The visions you have, it is one thing to have a dream, but another thing to achieve it. And how can you achieve a dream? If you don't have credible relationship, you don't have currency. One of the greatest currency I've told people that you can have is credible relationship. Some people used to tell me then, I would say, do you have any friend? You don't have a friend. And I just laugh. Some people think I am like them. You know, a proud person will always think that you are like them. And they feel that every relationship that comes across you, that you can't keep it. It's only a greedy person that can come close to me and he will leave. But once you are not greedy and you're once you are not greedy and you are not self-centered, but you are someone who is ready to contribute and be contributed to, you will definitely enjoy relationship with people. That's how it is. But when you are that person who loves to be given and not to get and not to give, you love to be given and you don't give, you will never enjoy relationship. And proud people don't understand the importance of giving. In fact, they only give to people they feel that they're already on the top. But there's something I've told people: be scared of that person who has not really discovered where he's, in fact, who is not in the place where he's going yet, than the person who is already in the place where he's going. Because the world can shake a dust, and the person you know yesterday could become someone you watch television just to see. Thank you.